Do you have a blank wall in your home that you have no idea what to do with? If you're looking for something a little different than a typical gallery wall or art piece, the wall garden might be the perfect option. To make a wall garden for indoors or out, the steps are super simple. Stick until the end of this video where we share top 5 wall garden. Number 1. Tin can fence wall garden. Save the cans that the tomatoes came in until we had enough. Remove the labels and then punch a few holes in the bottoms for drainage. You can also use little tin buckets. Spray paint the outsides of the cans and let dry. I used a deep blue paint. Then spray at least the first inch of the insides. I went ahead and painted the full inside. Once the paint is totally dry, use screws to attach the cans to the fence. We just eyeballed the positioning, making sure to alternate heights. Fill the cans about halfway with soil, then plant your desired flowers or herbs. Water the plants and you are good to go. Number 2. Farmhouse-style wall planter. For this you need 2 6 feet long 1x4 poplar, 6 terracotta pots, screws, white paint, terracotta pot hangers. You will need to cut 2 pieces of the 1x4 poplar into 38 inches long. Then cut 3 pieces of poplar 24 inches long. Next you will want to connect the pieces. Line up the long pieces side by side. Then you will secure one 24-inch piece to the tops and bottoms of the 38-inch pieces with screws or a brad nailer. Once the top and bottom pieces are secured using screws or a brad nailer, you will find the center with your measuring tape and then attach the center piece. Once this is done, it is time to paint or stain. Once the paint is dry, the next step was to install these pot hangers. I screwed them into 6 different spots. Once they are installed, you can simply slip the lip of the pot into the hangers, and voila! You have hanging terracotta pots. I hung this on the wall with regular screws. Number 3. Cedar wall planter. Tools required: miter saw, brad nailer, drill. Materials: 1 inch by 3 inches by 6 feet, 1 1/4 wood screws, 2 inch by 4 inch wood board. Cut the wood to size. Make marks on the wood to indicate where you will insert screws. Attach the base together using wood screws. Cut wood to size to fit around the base of the planter box. Attach the wood boards around the base using wood screws. Nail boards around the top of the planter to create a frame around the top. Number 4. Recycled soda bottles wall. You might also make a garden using household waste that would otherwise be sent for recycling. Who knew? You can turn those leftover soda bottles into a garden with some supplies and a bit of crafting skills. Materials: 2-liter plastic bottle, empty and clean. Scissors. Clothesline rope, twine, or wire. Dirt. Seedlings, herbs, vegetables, or other plants are all okay. To secure the bottles, you must make 2 holes at the bottom of the cylinder and 2 at the top of the bottle. See the pictures for an example. In addition to the holes to pass the rope, you need a small hole in the bottom of the bottle. The water used to irrigate the seedling needs to drain. After that, thread the string through a hole and pull out through the other. Number 5. Faux living moss wall. What do you need to make a DIY moss wall? Screwdriver, screws, French cleat, frame with backside attached to it, glue cartridge, hot glue gun, floral pins, 1-inch thick pink insulation, mood moss, sheet moss, preserved reindeer moss. Optional: dried wood like driftwood, dried bark, or kiwi vine. Dried floral elements like sponge, mushroom, yarrow, protea, or kale. And tillandsia specimens. Using a screwdriver and screws, follow the manufacturer's instructions and attach the French cleat to the back of the frame or plywood. Using a hot glue gun and floral pins, attach the pink insulation to the front side of the frame board, or plywood. Using the hot glue gun, glue pieces of mood and sheet moss to the pink insulation to create your primary landscape. Arrange the landscape as you see fit. Once the landscape base is finished, add other elements to the base. Glue bits of colored reindeer moss to the base to create additional depth. If you're using dried wood or floral elements, add them to the landscape using floral pins or the hot glue gun. Once the glue is dry, do a wiggle test. Use your fingers to gently wiggle the elements. If they cannot be easily pulled off, they pass the test and the moss landscape is finished. Otherwise, use more glue and floral pins to secure the elements. Hang the frame. There you have it, the beautiful space-saving wall gardens. We hope you try out these simple DIY projects. If you like this video, sure to give a thumbs up.